When a woman's fed up, and I've got the perfect man in the house, motivational speaker, life coach, best-selling author, D.Ivan Young is inside the candy store. How you doing?
I'm enjoying the only candy that Mama will let you have. What's up, Kandi?
I know that's right. Let's talk about it. We're talking about breaking up in relationships and healing, and Beyonce said she's fed up. How do you know when it's time to let go and let God?
Well, I'm going to give you a couple of things that you can focus on. First thing, when you start looking forward to leaving home more than you do coming home, that's your first sign. The second one is when you find yourself waiting to talk as opposed to listening. But more than anything else, when your spirit is speaking to your soul and telling you, you know what, there's something greater, and I want you to remember this and hold true to this. You will not be able to get what God has for you long as you keep hanging on to what you've given yourself.
Hello. It's D.Ivan Young, recognized as the premier life coach for the 21st century by millions of urban Americans, best-selling author of Break Up, Don't Break Down, in the studio for this hour. If you have a question, comment, we can be reached right now. Let's do it. 713-390-5102. Magic 102.1, Houston's only R&B station, home of the Tom Joyner Morning Show. It's my pleasure to welcome back to the Candy Store D.Ivan Young, motivational speaker, life coach, best-selling author. We are taking your questions right now at 390-5102.
Yes, I've been in a relationship for about 11 years now. We have 3 kids, but he's not financially stable. He hasn't been. You have any advice for that?
Get a job. Now, on the real, it takes time. This is really an economy that is not sensitive to the needs of the common man. And what I would suggest is I encourage that his creative juices flow. Men need to be nurtured. We need to be validated and set a measuring process, meaning that maybe you didn't get a job, but applaud him for seeking one and putting in those applications, and be willing to sometimes start a little bit lower than where you left, because the cream will always rise to the top. So he may be on hot fries today, but he'll be managing tomorrow. Just encourage the brother to work with what God gave him. And often what is going to be the most significant thing is if you take one step, God is surely going to take the other 2.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. We've got 10 steps to happiness despite your breakup. We'll talk about that next with D.Ivan Young on Magic 102.1. Magic 102.1, Houston's only R&B station, home of the Tom Joyner Morning Show with D.Ivan Young and the only Kandi Mom wants you to have, Kandi Eastman, discussing breakups and how to mend broken hearts. We're doing all of that. We just had an interesting listener who checked in. We're going to talk about your steps to happiness despite breaking up. How can you become happy when you feel like you didn't really want to break up, but you knew it was necessary?
A couple of things. The first thing is understand that that's a beginning, it's not an end. You're not going to a funeral. It may feel that you're being eulogized while you go through these conversations and these hurting pains, but know these tall trees have deep roots. And in order to get the greater unknown, you have to leave the lesser known. Now, step 1, you have to know when it's over, because when it's over, it's over. Elvis has officially left the building, so let him out. You know what I'm saying? We have to accept that there are things in life that are only meant to be there for a season of your life. And this is the equivalent of you holding on to the desk that you had in first grade and wondering, why are your knees trapping you? Why are you being incarcerated and strangulated when you're trying to sit somewhere that you've outgrown a long time ago? The second thing is, it's okay to change. Many of us suffer because we have family and friends and religious issues that it's called prior commitment bias. We don't want to just hang on to something because we said we're getting married or we said that we're engaged. Know when that handwriting is on the wall, it's there for you to read it and do something about it. Think wholeheartedly about what you can and cannot accept, because with some people, we are so busy being scared to go to something that's not familiar. We hang on to that which is familiar, and all you're doing is accepting less than what you deserve. But at the end of the day, you have to make that decision. My blind advice to you is, the world's a big place. Don't get caught up in one corner of it. It's Breakup, Don't Break Down. Go to www.DIVANYOUNG.com, DIvanYoung.com, or just Google Breakup, Don't Break Down. Yeah, go to my website. You'll save money.
And we'll be back with more from D.Ivan Young. Check out the latest now from Jennifer Hudson. We want to know where you're at on Magic 102.1. Magic 102.1, Houston's only R&B station, home of the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Hi, I wanted to call and wish myself a happy birthday.
All right, who is this?
My name is Bridget Richardson.
Happy birthday, my Pisces sister. Do you have a question for our special guest, D.Ivan Young?
Yeah, I do. I want to know, how do you know when you have found your purpose, like in life?
No, that is a wonderful question. Actually, there's an answer inside of your question. And when you find your purpose, that is when you find peace, transcendence, and true love. Many people go through life searching, looking, and hoping for something that's never going to come until you become one with the reason why you exist. So the way that you know you found that purpose is when you're doing something that even your enemies have to acknowledge complements the environment, complements you, and brings about change and transition and transformation to those that are around you. When you find that, whatever your that is, that's when you found your purpose.
Ah, well said. And it's not D.Ivan, it's D.Ivan Young.
Well, you know what? I don't care what you call me. Just don't call me late to eat.
Okay. Let's talk about how one can break up, don't break down.
Please go to the website. And I want to say this quickly. Go to www.D, like in Derek or David, just DIVAN, spelled just like Ivan, Young.com. Just go to DIvanYoung.com and order the book, save some money there. More than likely you can get an autographed copy. Just go D_Ivan Young on Twitter and sign up, and I definitely plan to make myself home here at Magic if Miss Eastman will have me back.
Oh, I hope the boss will have you back. Folks, you need to email us.
Please, let them know.
Give us some feedback on how much you enjoy the hour. Breakup, Don't Break Down is a how-to manual designed to show you how to get past the pain, stress, disappointment that comes from breaking up and move past a broken love affair. You also provide 10 steps to happiness despite your breakup. A lot of wonderful information in there. And we actually have 2 of them. We'll take callers 9 and 10. We'll give them away. We'll autograph them right now at 390-5102. And that's going to wrap it up for the Sweet Talker. Checking in next, Tony Woods for the Magic Man. Remember, we have the new winning triple play coming up at 2:20. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, Kandi. And to the Magic 102 family, Jeff Harrison, hey, man, I love you. Kandi Eastman, you are so sweet, so special. The only Kandi that Mama will let you have. Hi. This is D.Ivan Young, author of the bestseller Breakup, Don't Break Down, and you're listening to the only Kandi that your mother wants you to have, the Kandi Eastman Show on Magic 102.1 Houston.